Hey everybody, this is the Week 7 San Diego Code School review for the full stack JavaScript program. And this week was great. I got to finish up DB200 as well as began Node 200. DB200 consisted of learning different databases and services, MySQL, MongoDB, Redis, GraphQL. Got to learn how to access data, manipulate data, and sort of got a preview as to what's possible in terms of implementing a backend that can talk to a database, which I'll actually begin to do, I believe, in Node 200. So very much looking forward to that. Um, as I said, I just began Node 200. Just started my first project. Actually, just about finished it. It is my portfolio website. That one's really exciting because I'm starting to get to build out my own brand, get to kind of show off my own skills as far as the project being a project in and of itself. But it's also a great platform to offer a brief description about who I am and kind of showcase some projects that I've worked on previously. In addition, there's also something about it that I'm pretty excited, which is a API I've got integrated into it. It's running on my Node.js server. Someone can actually visit my website and leave their contact information, and that will conduct a post method that will send out data to MailChimp, which is a service that does all sorts of things that you can integrate into your website, namely grabbing people's contact information, which is what I've got implemented. So that's pretty cool because it's a fun little thing to show off as well as has some great utility. So yeah, maybe in the future there'll be some employers that will take a look at that and leave their info down. Um, so yeah, beyond that, it's been a good week. I didn't really have any challenges that especially stood out this week. Um, the challenges are ongoing. That's what I would say. I think I'm starting to become more apt at dealing with the challenges. I'm starting to embrace sort of that problem solving mentality. As I mentioned last week, I wanted to really move forward with having a sort of a method for problem solving, and I'm trying to really keep that in mind as I sort of confront challenges. So that's namely figuring out a problem, um, naming what the subproblems of that problem is, and uh, kind of progressing through those subproblems in order to come up with a solution. Sort of taking things line by line in order to assess that everything is working at the point that I want it to be working, and that I'm leaving any assumptions behind, that I'm confirming that all pieces of my code are working as I would like them to work. So I think I'm getting better at that, I would say, as well as the fact that things are sort of just coming together more, I think, than they probably did at the beginning. Just because at this point there's sort of less of a steep learning curve. I've sort of learned the fundamentals of the technologies that I was intended to learn in this course, and so now it's just making sure I can incorporate it all together and kind of do things a little bit more on my own. That you can definitely feel that the my hand is being less held, so to speak. As I continue on, I'm starting to have to sort of show that I can actually do the things that I learned in the beginning, and fortunately, I have been sort of been able to do those things. This course is great because you sort of revisit things multiple times. You start to really get some muscle memory with things like configuring a server, things like doing your npm dependency installations, pushing up things to GitHub, you start to do things over and over, and they really do start to become second nature. And that's what I'm noticing, and it feels really good to be able to just identify that, um, you know, it, this is there are aspects of what I'm doing that are just becoming second nature, really. So, yeah, it's fun. More to learn, of course, never ending learning to sort of embrace. But yeah, things have been going good. If I was to have any advice this week, excuse me, it would be namely just, I think, reflect on the fact that you've made it to this point. You've learned, truly, you've learned all the fundamentals that you were intended to learn. And now it's building on top of that knowledge and incorporating it all together. Um, and just be happy because now you're just learning. You're just making your skills grow. Um, and that's kind of like where I'm at and where I'm feeling. I'm really excited at this point. Like I just feel like I'm starting to have more confidence, more independence, um, starting to be able to grasp how you confront challenges, how you overcome them, and yeah, just love this course and love being able to do web development. All right, thanks guys.